Welcome back to Fox and Friends. New numbers showing unemployment now at 9.6%. And while President Obama is set to announce emergency initiatives this week to try and jumpstart the economy, some say Dems are just at a loss when it comes to solving the country's economic problems. On our political panel this morning, radio talk show host James T. Harris, Democratic strategist Tara Dowdell, and Deneen Borelli, senior fellow at Project 21 and a Fox News contributor. Welcome, all of you, this morning to the show. Nice to see you guys.
Good morning.
Tara, let me start with you. We said that in the intro, at a loss, or Democrats at a loss. They have to go back to their home districts right now. We have 2 months until the election to hang their hat on some project. A lot of these projects aren't popular with the American people.
Well, here's the issue here. The Democrats are very much in a tight spot as it relates to the economy. The financial crisis put us in a devastatingly deep hole, and there are no magic bullets. But the Democrats do have some very good ideas, some things that need to happen that will help. Will they solve all the problems? No, because we're in a deep recession, but they will help. The small business bill, the lending bill that's waiting in Congress that the Senate Republicans are blocking despite having helped write it, that bill would be a lifeline for manufacturing and construction companies who rely on loans to meet their payrolls. Their lines of credit were taken by banks.
Tara, a number of people disagree with you, including Stu Rothenberg. He's a publisher of the nonpartisan Rothenberg Political Report. And James, I'll get you to respond to this. Rothenberg said this week, unless and until the public becomes convinced the Obama policy is working, that the economy is improving measurably and that jobs are being created, it doesn't matter how many speeches the president gives promising to fix the economy. James, do you agree with Tara or do you disagree?
I disagree with Tara, actually. The country has no confidence whatsoever in the administration, and I think that it's high time that people agree that Keynesian economics doesn't work. The government cannot bail out the country out of this recession. What we need is for businesses, small businesses, to be unleashed, to be let go, and no government program or policy or speech is going to accomplish that. Only tax cuts are going to accomplish that, and only deregulation is going to accomplish that.
Deneen, another big problem for Democrats, of course, is that these recent polls, we have a Gallup poll this week showing that most people say they'd rather have a Republican newcomer than a Democratic incumbent, and they're not worried so much about independents anymore. They want Republicans in there. That's a huge problem.
Well, the polls are a reflection of the policies coming out of the White House that the American people are not happy with, and I think it's too little too late with the economy. They should have done something early on. This is going on almost 2 years now, so it's too little too late. The spending, the deficit, the debt. Unemployment keeps going up, and he had a almost $800 billion stimulus bill, which didn't stimulate anything. It just bailed out states.
It might be too little too late, Tara. We're going to have you respond. We're going to talk back with our panel in a second. The president waiting now to do this middle-class bill, even despite what the Republicans have done 20 months into his administration. Next with our panel, young voters helped put President Obama and Democrats in office, but now that none of them can find jobs, they're going back home and living with mom and dad after college. A new poll finds they're leaving the party. So what this means for November also.